Hi everybody, it is me, Corrie Sommers, your local Los Angeles luxury realtor. Today we're going to be discussing the area of Beverly Glen. I'm excited to share this with you. I will be right back with lots of information, but before I go, if you haven't had a chance to do so, take this time to click the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel here, Real Estate to Financial Freedom, and click that bell for updates. I'll be right back. Hi everybody, it's me, Corrie Sommers, your local Los Angeles luxury realtor. So today I'm discussing the area of Beverly Glen. Now, Beverly Glen is part of the city of Los Angeles. It's also part of Beverly Hills. It's this little sliver of an area north of Sunset along Beverly Glen and up to Mulholland. These homes are mostly situated in the hills. Oftentimes the lots are a little smaller, but not all lots are small. Some lots are up to over a couple of acres. There's just a unique feel for this little pocket, and everyone that lives there refers to it as Beverly Glen. There's about 600 homes in this area. Being Beverly Glen is mostly in the hills, it does not have sidewalks like the rest of Beverly Hills or other parts of Los Angeles. That's one thing that definitely sets this neighborhood apart. Another thing is there's two zip codes that this area falls into. One is the famous 90210 for Beverly Hills, and the other is 90077, which is the zip code for Bel Air. So again, it's this little strip of Beverly Hills, kind of sits and straddles the edge of both Beverly Hills and Bel Air, but it's a unique neighborhood known as Beverly Glen. Now, Beverly Glen Boulevard is the main thoroughfare throughout Beverly Glen. Stone Canyon Reservoir is located within the neighborhood. At the top of Beverly Glen Canyon is Glen Ridge, which was originally Beverly Glen Village and Beverly Glen Park. Now, these are planned communities within this neighborhood. They have their own tennis courts, their own pools, and they were developed in the 70s and 80s. Now, the bottom of Beverly Glen is really like starting at Holmby Hills, and it runs north and south, slicing over Beverly Crest. As a place to live, Beverly Glen attracts a lot of professionals, people that are looking for more of a retreat, lush kind of escape from the city. There's literally a section of Beverly Glen commonly referred to as Celebrity Row because, as you've guessed, a lot of celebrities live there. But we're not going to get into that in this video. I know I usually drop names, but today we're going to just leave that alone. Now, one of the things that's also very unique to most of the homes in Beverly Glen is they have amazing city views. They all have decks. If they have a yard, you know, you've got that city view by the yard as well as the decks, and most homeowners enjoy that. There's an abundance of slopes and mountain views as well, which is again part of what makes this area so unique. Another thing that's pretty special about Beverly Glen, again, because it is nestled in the hillsides, you definitely don't feel like you're in the city, but yet you're in the city. And you'll commonly see things that you would expect to see in nature, or if you're out camping or hiking, like maybe deer or rabbits or things like that. You might catch that cool breeze. I mean, literally you could close your eyes and think, am I camping? No, you are simply in Beverly Glen. On a starry night, you can literally feel the stillness that you wouldn't really experience unless you're outside the city. One of the things that's really amazing when you're up at this high of an elevation, normally when you're in the flat parts of Los Angeles, you can't see stars, right? Because all the bouncing of the lights, it just completely clouds that. It's almost like sky congestion. But when you get up this high and you're looking out, you do get a glimpse of some of those stars, which is really special because typically you don't get to see stars in LA unless the power goes out, which we don't want that to happen because that usually means there's an earthquake. That said, there's many schools within this area too that are highly desirable, and one of the reasons why some people are really drawn to this area. Harvard Westlake is right smack in the middle. This is a very prestigious, highly sought after private school. There's also the really cool small plaza called Glen Center. Now this has a couple of wonderful Italian restaurants and a super popular Beverly Glen deli where you could just go and you'll never be sure who might walk through the door. But chances are it's somebody that works in television, film, or music, and you'll just be like, ooh, I think that's so-and-so. And you know what? You'd be right. Apart from that, we are going to dive into the 3 properties that are currently on the market at the time of recording this video, just to give you a good broad base of what homes go for in Beverly Glen. Of course, we're going to start with the lowest. This is an entry-level home. It is on the market for $1.3 million. It's located at 10343 Alpha Lane, and it's near the Rossmore Road School, which is again another great school and another highly desirable school in this. Now, in looking at the photos, you can see that the home is bright, right? Lots of white, bright and airy, lots of light. It might be a little dated, kitchen is a little small, but as a starter home to get into this amazing neighborhood and to be close to these schools, this could be a perfect fit for you. And again, just an example of what you might find. Anything under 2 million, chances are it needs some updates, and chances are the lots are small. But again, great starter home. The next property we're gonna go over is a mid-range property. It's got an asking price of $38 million. It's located at 1024 Ridgedale Drive. This home was built in the 30s, but it's been updated over time. As you can see at these photos, it's got everything that you would expect in a house of this caliber to have. It's on over half an acre. It's got a home theater, a gym, a pool house, a staff quarters, and really just, you can see by the cabanas in the yard, this house is truly built for entertaining. Something that you would expect at that price point, right? The highest price home currently on the market at the time of recording this video is asking $62 million. This is located at 312 North Faring Road. It's a 4-bedroom home, 9-bathroom with over 17,000 square feet on a 2-acre lot. That's a pretty big size lot for here in Los Angeles and pretty rare to find. Now, it's a Georgian traditional style, very reminiscent of an English Tudor manor, and well, sorry, not an English Tudor, but an English manor, and that's pretty much what the architects are going for. The home, though, also has 2 guest houses located on the property. So if you have someone coming in from out of town or a family that are staying maybe for 6 months out of the year, this is a great home where you can be together, but not be so close, but still be together. Of course, it has everything else that you would expect a home of this caliber to have: a pool, a spa, a gym, an outdoor kitchen complete with a nice pizza oven, tennis court, media room, library, wine cellar, and a 3-car garage. Maybe for 2 acres, you might want a little bit more than 3 cars, given that there's 2 guest houses, but there's enough space here. Hopefully, all of this information that I've shared with you today has kind of helped you to get a glimpse of what Beverly Glen is. As I mentioned starting off, Beverly Glen is just a small little sliver smack in the middle of Los Angeles, right in the middle of Beverly Hills, kind of straddling Beverly Hills and Bel Air. It's a unique little neighborhood, and it's a lovely place. So if you are thinking of moving to Los Angeles, or maybe you live in the flats and you're like, I've always wanted to live in the hills, or you're relocating, your job is relocating you, or you live out of state, whatever the circumstance might be, this might be an area to consider. I have a guide below for those that are relocating to Los Angeles to help you get familiar with the city, the different areas, and of course, I'm always here to ask questions or to help you. And there is a small mini guide below as well on Beverly Glen to help you get more familiar. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I look forward to next neighborhood video. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please take a moment to click that subscribe button below, as well as the bell for updates. We've got a lot going on and a lot more series planned. I hope this information has been truly helpful to help you get to know the many neighborhoods of Los Angeles.